literature club. From what I've told, I was told this game is a psychological horror, which is fun because I hate horror. And I actually recommended this game by my friend Katie, so she's gonna be happy I played this. I don't know if there's reading in this, and 9 out of 10 there's going to be. So I hope they can talk during this. I just pick what I need to pick. Oh God. Okay. I'm not going too far in this. I'm good. No, wait. No, wait. Screw it. We're doing this. Oh God, there's no talking. Hey. I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to paying attention that might draw her to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. Oh God, this is gonna prove how dumb I am when I'm reading this shit. We used to walk to school together on days like this. Starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she keeps going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sighed and idle in front of the sidewalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be so fucking dumb. I'm not used to reading this long. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe it's but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah. You see that you were thinking about ignoring me. He just said he was though. That's mean, Quay. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean to me even if you want to. Oh no, I could definitely be mean. Whatever you say, Sayori. Okay, if you want to say whaley for this guy, I like him. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Quay, have you decided on a club you want to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Yeah, that's not true. I told you if you want to join the club this year. Well, you told me you want to join the club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she says. Sorry it likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just by getting by on average while spending my free time on games and anime. Agreed. I was talking about how I was worried about you won't learn how to socialize or any of these skills before college. Wait, are we in high school or some shit? Why is she worried about socializing and shit? I don't think we need to be worried about that stuff. But, okay. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you being a net in a few years where you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! What I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh, you're so nice. The school day is as ordinary as ever. And it's over before I even know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sorry. Sorry, must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought I might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sorry? Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Suri is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she was interested in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did that because she thought it was going to be fun to help start the club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Because she loves you. That's the very biggest cliche of this shit. Childhood friends become lovers. That's crazy. Well, I kinda told my club yesterday I would bring a new member. Oh, you lying ass bitch. That's fucked up. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Okay, so you just lied immediately. What if we said no, we had plans? That's crazy. Don't make promises you can. Yes! Cause she didn't even know if he was about to come either. I can't tell if Sayori is really made is that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to plan this all out. She couldn't have planned this shit. She couldn't have. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks a day I sold my soul for a cupcake. The best way to sell your soul, if you ask me. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Yeah, I glance around the room. Welcome to Literature Club, it's a pleasure to meet you. Okay. I actually like her. I actually do like her. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Well, at least she brought something, you little bitch. Way to kill the atmosphere. Yeah, Quay. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Okay, so I'm confused. So, why would it matter if I'm a guy in the first place? When she said she'll bring a new member. From what I was told, she wasn't specified to say that she was bringing a female. She just said she was bringing somebody. So why the hell does it matter? All words escape me in the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls, and this nigga immediately gets horny. Okay. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Okay, so that's Natsuki. Great. Rude girl. Cool. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Call her fucking short. That's great. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori comes, says that quietly into my ear, then turns around to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Oh, she's shy. I like her even more now. Okay. Yuri, who appears to be comparable, more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Yeah. Well, it's nice to meet the both of you. And I already sound like you know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Koi. Monica swallowed sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk. But we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Oh, he crushing. Okay. Got it. Come sit down, Quay. We made room for you at the table. She can sit next to me, or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged in the front of the table. As I mentioned, it has been widened, so there's apparently a space next to Monica and a space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk around the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, who's ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like tiny little cats. Their whiskers are drawn with icing, and the pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Oh, she don't like to brag, but she likes to make it known. Okay, I like this one. This is gonna be fucking fun. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with a mouthful and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Oh gosh, she's a tsundere, yay! Jesus. Made them for you or anything. She's a fucking tsundere, bro. God damn it. I thought you technically did. Because you said this will make cupcakes for the new member. Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea helps you enjoy a good book? Yeah, I guess. I apologize that I keep stumbling on my words. It's very hard for me to pay attention while I'm reading, and I jumble up a lot. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a good pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles into herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what makes you consider the literature club? We didn't consider nothing yet. Sayori dragged us in here. We just came for the cupcakes. All entirely. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged by Sayori. Yes! Oh my god, this dude and me on the same wavelength. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home anyway. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make sure the club is fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any major club. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and policies, and how to prepare for an event. But isn't that what that club is for? I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if you encourage others to get into literature, I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a good leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and well worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, much more important. I'm convinced that we can all really grow from this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Jesus Christ, I hate the girl in the pink entirely. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. There's different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must be really working hard just for you three. Maybe that's why they're all so excited about the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Quay, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It's like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that's fucking rude. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The levels of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up when she finds the comfort of the world of books that not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you in for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can't relate to at minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't expect that from you, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you can say that. But if a story makes me think or it takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. You see, that we can agree on. And that's what this is. So yay! Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind it from me. Caught red-handed, that's crazy. Look like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Hey, give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is cute as you are. Suri slides up behind Natsuki and pulls her hand on her shoulders. Puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? Why you gotta be rude? You just can't ask a fucking question? Like, damn. I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You won't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing in oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. So, do you have writing experiences too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yeah, she ain't that comfortable. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Is that gonna be the first activity we have in this fucking having this club? We're also gonna write poems and read them for everybody. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri looks questionably at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our... Ain't no fucking way I just called that shit. There's no way. And the next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen our bonds as a club. Isn't that right, Koi? Monica smiles warmly at me again. Hold on, there's still one problem. We're not a member of this shit. That's the problem. Eh? What's that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I'd love to come forth and say what's been on my mind this entire time. Okay, so this dude didn't forget that shit. Good to know. I never said I wanted to join this club. Sir may have convinced me to stop by, but that was never my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Yeah, this guy is horny. Awful girl stares back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought, wait, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. This nigga is horny. God damn, man. How am I supposed to have a clear head with all like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Technically, we did. I can't really say that we didn't really come for the cupcakes. We really just came for the cupcakes. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that's it. We can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write down a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Quay, I'll be looking forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really express myself? Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki cleans up their food. Hey Quay, since we're already here, you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home anymore because she's always staying at the school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the literature club and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer with one of the girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances and make sure I'm good fortune. Oh, I just butchered that sentence entirely. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess I'll start off writing the poem tonight. Now it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think about your favorite club member you like. Sometimes good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. What? Okay. So I have to pick one of these fucking words? And there's 20 I have to pick? This is just weird. And it says, wait, cause that's a little confusing. Cause now you have to figure out which words work well with the person you want. Cause Yuri likes horror and getting dragged into her imagination. Natsuki likes cute things. And I don't know what Monica likes or Sayori. So if I want to go for one of those two, I have to wait until later. So how does it gonna work? It don't really tell you nothing. Can I save the game? I'll save this one. Okay. I'm gonna just pick some words to see what happens, because I really don't know what to do right now. Vibrant. Let's do Edison, actually. Eternity. Disoriented. Oh, I got an achievement. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna do landscape. Graveyard. Misery, suicide. What type of shit? Oh, I wasn't gonna do misery existence. That would have been so fucking funny. But I ain't gonna do that. I just do existence. Calm. Crimson. Screw it, I'm doing what I like. Anime. Imagination. Judgment. Firework. Oh, I could do Kawaii. I'll do firework. Marriage. Anxiety. Peaceful. Shit. I'm gonna do flower. Unstable. Embrace. Unending. Okay. And I just noticed that the little icons in the corner was jumping when I was picking words. I wonder what that means. Hi again, Quavo. Or Quay. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Quay. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of your commitment of you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. like he deserved any slack. Why you gotta be an asshole every time we see you? Like a simple hello would be good. You can just shut up and mind your fucking business. The sire told me they didn't even want to join any clubs this year. I can't argue with that one. And last year too. I don't know if your plan was just come and hang out or what. It was for the cupcakes, entirely. But if you don't take us seriously, then we won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Get her ass. Natsuki finds herself in between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plows back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Koi always gives it his best as long as having fun. He helps me with business work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Oh god. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Quake become good friends too? Sayori. Yeah, she don't mean it like that, dog. She don't mean it like that. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the worst situation she just put me into. Oh, you even brought something for you today, you know? But wait, Sayori? Huh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, it makes it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So ain't a nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I wouldn't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. This is how is the girl accidentally being so cute? It's not an accident. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I'll look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everybody's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. Oh my god. We picked the stuff for Yuri without even noticing it. That is crazy! But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It's like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But it only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this since that made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Oh, there's a very good reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's nothing fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Okay, there is something fairly obvious. Okay. What she wanted to do was read the same book you were reading so y'all can have something to talk about. I know that situation. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it started to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans the eyes on the back. And scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled... Well, I'm gonna butcher this name. Portrait of Markov. There's an anonymous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl at high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Here makes it sound like it was gonna be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Gary gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Quay? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. It's in the name. But whatever. She's so shy and recluse on the outside, but her mom seems to be completely different. It's just those kinds of stories. They'll challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophies that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you could relate to the protagonist, they might have to be a naive one for letting the one-sided morals interfere with the villain's I just butchered what the fuck I was saying, god damn it. They're made out to be the naive ones for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's... I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. That at least something I can listen. At least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to do that. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you were saying you were looking forward to it. Just let me get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I stepped to the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in the company of someone. I see. Or just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I really don't mean to. Sorry. I mean... Oh god, we got her wrapped around our finger. This is the second time we done met her, dude. That's crazy. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's. Then I hold my book more between two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds... Oh god, I'm about to butcher this terribly. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right hand, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides under her thumb after it flips on her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddling even closer than before. She did that shit on purpose. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if the warmth of Yuri's face and she is in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? They turned the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a bit. Oh no, you got more than distracted, dog. I glanced over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you're being so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to continue to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed that she's finished the page before me, so I turned it by my own violation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. Why would you feel that way? That feels kind of weird, don't you think? Why would it be intimate? My thumb gently lets go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. Reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all the things that she says or does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but there's kind of a resemblance of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a minute. But Quay, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. So embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really don't know if you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant to say it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's time we share today's poems with everybody. Where the fuck were you at this entire fucking time? Cause there's no way you and Sayori's conversation took longer than us finishing the whole first chapter. How does that work? Was it that good of a conversation? Oh, she just wanted us to flirt with Yuri first before she came and hopped in. I thought she was about to say her fucking feelings and shit. Okay, Monica, cock blocking. Gotcha. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Cock blocking! Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. Cause you a cock blocker! I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fun. Yuri releases her hands from the book, causes it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I have to do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own then. Alright. I stand up, and I make a mental note where I left off in the book, then slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write your poem last night? Yeah. Our relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Well, you walked into that one. I couldn't find so much inspiration I couldn't find so much information since I've really never done this before. Well, now so everybody is ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheets of loosely torn spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote down her poem in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies as well, reaching to their bags. I do the same myself. Oh, God. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay. So, I'm not about to hold you. Natsuki is already a no-go. I've been chilling the whole time with Yuri. I'm gonna go with Yuri, honestly. Because I've been talking to her the most the whole time and shit. Yuri seems to be the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can could trust her opinion to be fair. Yeah, I doubt that. As Yuri reads the poem, I noticed her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experiences do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time. Really? Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, and then looks back at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers. And having been through that myself, I learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize from new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the writing topic, and they form fit the two together. That made no sense whatsoever. And I know I just butchered that sentence, but I don't even want to repeat it, because that just made my head hurt the first time. The end result is that both in the style oh my god. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her trains of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can blame for. But technically it can if he hasn't written before, and it's a mistake that most new writers find. So wouldn't he be blamed for that? But I digress. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and by learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. Oh, this is gonna be fun when I get to her. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if this is a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Oh god, this is about to prove I can't read cursive. Yay! Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Holy shit, I did that. Yes, sir. Okay. I like that, actually. I like that. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. That was terrible? Dude, what was good handwriting? And I can't write in cursive, so what was bad? What was good handwriting if that was bad? What? Okay. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took so long to read, cause I can't read cursive that well. Well, I just don't really read script that well often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I used to write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Koi. Really? I must have totally missed that point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in the world. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of her past. It could have very well been about a girl. Oh, it was about Yuri, and soon she'll be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours is impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Quay. Baddie number 1 secured. Yes, sir. Me too. Who should I read my poem to next? I gotta do all of them? Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna do Sayori because I can tell hers gonna be terrible. This is a good poem, Koi. Are you sure this is the first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't have written one at all. Rude. I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. This nigga's a smart ass dude. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet. That doesn't mean I'll break the promise. See? It's like I said before, Claire. deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only real good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. And again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. The other part is the cupcakes, but I'm gonna let that part go. Know how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out to play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay. Why at the last part though? Just I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but she wrote that this morning. I'm calling that shit. She wrote that this morning. Did you wait until this morning to write that? No. Just a little bit. You can't just answer my question just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. But at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say anything about it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you're late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica is the best. Huh? What? Where did Monica come in on this? We weren't talking about Monica. We're just talking about your poem. Where did Monica come from? I'm confused on that part. Where the hell did Monica come from? But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write down the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Who should I send my poem to next? I'm still confused on where the hell the Monica was the best thing came from. We weren't talking about her. So like, oh my, okay. That part about to bug me for the longest time, but I'm gonna let it go. Let's see the biased girls next. Quick, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Fucking rude? What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you really think I'm stupid? Asshole. I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort into it. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, not like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine. Well, sorry. Now we're getting somewhere. Asshole. Still. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. No, I think you're an asshole. But hey, let's read the poem anyway. Eagles can fly. What the fuck is this shit? This is so fucking stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I've seen children write better poems than that. I like it. Of course you do. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be sophisticated and stuff. At least a little bit more than preschool level. Like shit. All you did was say everything animals can do and shit. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Isn't that the point of poems? For people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Just like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can just be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Oh, okay. I just read the words. I didn't get the deeper meaning. Got it. So I blame myself for that one. But the other nice things about simple writing is it puts more weight into wordplay. Like I set up for the rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. Yeah, me too. I gotta give her credit. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect this from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. Oh, so she is the youngest. That explains why she's so short. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I really don't care how old everyone is, but if Noxie is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. We are not the same, because I definitely would have made fun of her. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. She's the only one up here. Hi, Koi. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep it in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. But I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, wanna share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Quay. Well, I'm a little embarrassed today, you know. There's a sort of barrier that we'll all learn past soon. Well, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Quay. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I expected you to do something so deep. Would you consider going deep, considering I just clicked random words over and over again? I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Wow, the top of the barrel for this one. That way, it only counts when I put in some effort. Well, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes kind of writing, right? Yeah, and I figured that out already. Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. I keep trying to say imaginary. I don't like that. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Oh. So. Okay. So Yuri likes imagery. Sayuri likes simple and direct words. I'm guessing you're about to say something about, dang, an artist, Natsuki. I think she's about to say something about her next. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allow people to get something out of it just by feeling, or letting them deeply analyze it or the nuance. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning to try new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find that kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write in the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Well, about that one. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always have to feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See the direction its back will protrude. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Yo, that's deep as shit. What the fuck? So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to be asking for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. It is. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say it has some kind of epiphany recently. What you mean by that? What you mean I had an epiphany recently? I've been influenced by my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when we're writing a poem or a story, our brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. That sounds like advice for anybody, honestly. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me just for my mediocre writing abilities. Dude, the only one judging you? I can't even remember her fucking name, god damn it. It's Nasuki, ain't it? She's the only one judging. Natsuki, that's what it is. She's the only one fucking judging you because of your writing abilities. Everyone else said you did good for a beginner. You're letting one bitch put you down, dog. What the fuck? Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. You just started! You can't be putting yourself down. You just started today, dude. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes laid on Yuri and Natsuki. Okay, so that is her name. Good to know. I keep forgetting it. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. She can't get that shit. She can't fucking get it. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you can say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something that's nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Why do I feel like she's gonna say my name? Sayori liked it. Okay, that makes a whole lot more sense. And Quay did too. Never mind. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Quay liked my poem too, you know. He told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested on trying to impress the new member, Yuri. Eh? Oh, she jealous. That's not what I. You're just. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Quay appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. I got him fighting for me, dude. And I ain't even do shit. I am completely innocent. They fighting for me. That is amazing. Huh? How did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? Yes. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, she throwing shots. She throwing shots. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew as soon as we started shooting. What the fuck? I'm not scared. That's a little. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me and they just noticed I was standing there. Hey, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. At least she can over herself to learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader and not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Quay. Wait. There's no reason we have to have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings more effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Quay? Well, I'm not gonna have to choose. So I'm more inclined to go to Yuri, because I don't like Natsuki. And if I have to choose, I'm going Yuri. Because it is her writing style, though. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So... Tell me so Yuri. Cause why did I get dragged into this shit? I'm about to drag into this. I ain't about to hold you. But I am more inclined to go with fucking Yuri on this one. I am more inclined to be Yuri. Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick fights because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wanted me to take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. Okay? You are a seriously talented writer. That's no secret that I was oppressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined some writing style is, they're still putting feeling into it. So it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when she said her poem was cute. Oh, so he's being mediator. Got it. I see. I didn't notice that. then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. Both of you said some things that I didn't really mean. That you didn't really mean. Yuri apologized. You don't think you should do? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, and at this point of being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. Ended up feeling bad for her. Yeah, you don't. You do, I don't. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to walk and clear my head. Sorry. She doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look at your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own palm from the desk and storms out. On the way out, she crumbles up the palm in her hand and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has buried her chin in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You heard it yourself. You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Clay. You're too kind. I'm thankful to be a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, huh? What thing did Natsuki say? Oh, he didn't hear. Good. Well, never mind that. Good. She picked it up. Good. She picked it up on the signs. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Quay, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It was a neat thing to do with everybody. It's a neat thing to talk about with everybody. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. You will? Yay. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everybody like? With any luck, I guess they mean they could do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Quay, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I really can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing often happens? No. That's really the first time I actually seen them fight like that. Oh, and they didn't do that because I was there. They crushing. I promise that they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Yeah. Quay. It's not that I get to spend some time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everybody is what makes me the happiest. I think everybody really likes you too. Every day is gonna be so much fun. I love this. It looks like you're still having to cut out to the kind of situation I'm in. Oh, boy got put in a love triangle. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Sure, being friends with everybody is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh my god, yes sir. He's picking up on the signs, baby. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I passed a year on the shoulder. That is more to myself than to her. That's it. I say that more to myself than to her. But it's easy to say use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh god. Okay. I actually do like this game entirely. But I'm going to call it there. This has actually been a really good game so far. And I like all the drama that's going into it too. Haven't seen nothing bad happen yet. So I'm guessing that happens later then. But if you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. And I'm definitely gonna be recording this in a while. So I will catch y'all later.